Can you name one example?
I honestly don't. Honestly, I
You
don't.
can't name a single example. You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example. Not even one.
It's all manipulation. There's an ulterior.
Is this Sophie?
Everything.
Is this Sophie? We're equal here. I've allowed you into my house. You don't come here with a position of authority.
Elon Musk has been spouting a lot of conspiracy theories about powerful individuals influencing political parties with money and a media that don't report stuff.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk never shies away from causing controversy or just talking about it. And that was the case when he sat down with CNBC anchor David Faber.
Because like the Andrew Tate phenomena has been an interesting one, but I've heard you talk about the sort of, and certainly while they're out.
Hello, YouTube family. You're aware of the proverb. Is it even news if Elon Musk isn't in the headlines? Today's news item is generating headlines, but it has nothing to do with electric vehicles or rockets. Whether it's launching rockets, sending Teslas into space, or electrifying the car sector, Elon is never far from the spotlight. But hold on to your SpaceX helmets, folks, since he's going head-to-head with Russell Brand this time. Keep reading to learn the truth about Russell Brand's alleged wrongdoings and the surprising backing he's getting. Russell Brand, the man who has simultaneously kept us delighted and deeply reflective. But you are aware of how biased the media can be. They enjoy a good story and might make some changes, some outrageous claims, and some enticing headlines. You are aware of the process, right? There is drama everywhere, news flashes, and rumors flying. But today, we're going in-depth into the relationship between Russell Brand and Elon Musk. Without the capes and with a dash of wit, it's like the Avengers of intellectual debates. Russell Brand, a British comedian, has recently been under heavy criticism following an investigation by the Sunday Times and Channel 4 dispatches. He is accused of serious assaults and emotional abuse. It's important to note that Brand vehemently refutes these accusations. Russell stated that there are some very serious claims that I categorically deny in the midst of this litany of astounding, somewhat baroque attacks. Prior to the publication of these incredibly alarming reports, Brand turned to the internet and posted a video to both his YouTube account, and Brand has emphatically stated that every one of his relationships has been consensual and passionately refuted the charges. He further claims that these accusations stem from his promiscuous past and are part of a carefully planned campaign to discredit him for his outspoken opinions. The relationships I had during that period of promiscuity were, he said, 100% consensual. I was virtually always too upfront about that back then, and I'm still being upfront about it now. You awakening miracles, good morning. Because I am the new in this narrative, this isn't the usual type of video we produce on this channel where we criticize, attack, and destroy the news in all its corruption. One woman has boldly come forward to allege, according to meticulously documented accounts in the Sunday Times, Times of London, and Channel 4's dispatches. 3 other people, on the other hand, have accused Brand of other assaults. One of these brave people also shared tales of being physically and emotionally abused. However, as this investigation continues, extremely disturbing claims of inappropriate behavior during his peak career, including incidences that happened in formal settings, have surfaced. Among these upsetting occurrences are those at BBC Radio 6 Music, where Brand allegedly stripped in the studio and startlingly made sexual remarks about a female newsreader on air. Early in the new millennium, Russell began his ascent to prominence, and boy, did he create a splash. He immediately distinguished himself in the British comedy scene with his sharp humor, a dash of self-parody, and a sprinkle of quirkiness. He was in high demand in comedy clubs. Russell, though, wasn't willing to stick to comedy. When he started acting, he graced our televisions and movies with iconic performances like Albus Snow, Sarah Marshall, and Get Him to the Greek. Who could ever forget his funny Arthur depiction from the 2011 remake of Arthur? The real kicker, though, is here. Russell Brand is more than just a funny guy. He is an outspoken activist. He has fervently demanded that social systems be altered in order to promote a more just and caring society. Some people have been offended by Russell's brash, irreverent style. He has been at the center of public disputes and his remarks have sparked contentious discussions. Industry insiders claim that Brand's treatment of women was not just well known, but also openly discussed in radio and TV production circles. According to the reports, complaints about Brand's behavior were made. These events involve him acting in an alarmingly aggressive and disrespectful manner toward coworkers, visitors, and even, distressingly, a youngster. In spite of the controversies and charges that are circling around him, Russell Brand has nevertheless made some unexpected allies. The Under Fire star is receiving support from several well-known figures. The first is Andrew Tate, who, despite now contending with legal issues of his own, turned to Twitter to officially welcome Russell to a select group. Even sharing a cartoon of a knight poised for war, he made reference to what he called Brand's absurd accusations. Additionally, he defended Russell in a podcast. Tougher as victims, bro. More stern as victims. Additionally, he defended Russell in a podcast. Tougher as victims, bro. More stern as victims. They don't bother you if you are on their side. Finally, we have none other than Elon Musk, the creative force behind SpaceX and Tesla. Musk appeared to back Russell Brand, implying that the media might not be too excited the rivalry, a strong recommendation from the IT giant. Elon has been involved in a number of contentious situations, including promoting some dubious conspiracy theories. Remember when he made the shocking revelation that the COVID-19 vaccine might have been to blame for LeBron James' son's cardiac arrest? Elon has a reputation for stirring things up, and this incident was no exception. He made a mind-blowing hypothesis that LeBron James' son's health concern might be related to the COVID-19 vaccine. Prepare for gasps. But now for the surprise. Myocarditis, or the enlargement of the heart muscle, can be an uncommon side effect of mRNA COVID-19 vaccines despite their general effectiveness, according to medical specialists from Yale School of Medicine. Yale School of Medicine concurred, stating that cardiac enlargement is occasionally an adverse effect of COVID-19 mRNA vaccinations. Was Elon onto something, or was he merely stoking the conspiracy? Elon has a reputation for being pro-vaccination, but earlier this year he dropped a bombshell and said the vaccination mania was excessive. He even developed the theory of the virus of Theseus. What's the deal with that? Despite his claims to the contrary, Elon was not a fan of the widespread vaccination craze. He came up with the virus of Theseus theory, which left many people perplexed. What's the story there? However, Russell's assistance doesn't end there. Actor Alex Jones chimed in with his doubts about the veracity of the media's reporting on the accusations against Brand. He expressed his doubts and stressed the significance of questioning the story told by the establishment media. Russell Brand is being pursued by the Matrix. Anyone who criticizes the globalists, Big Pharma, or anyone else who is well-liked and speaks out against the status quo will be charged with attacking women. In response to Russell Brand's recent allegations of a planned media campaign because of his right-wing criticism of the media, Elon Musk has spoken out, according to his podcast, Stay Free. Musk weighed in with a tweet that speaks volumes in response to Brand's video and his claim that he is facing a media onslaught. Of course, they don't like competition, given his own experience of coping with media scrutiny. Musk's statements are noteworthy. He was accused of exposing himself to a flight attendant back in 2016, and his business apparently settled the lawsuit for a sizable sum of $250,000 last year. Russell's journey has not been without challenges, especially in the context of politics with a left-leaning bias. Russell Brand has dared to challenge and critique aspects of traditional politics, particularly left-leaning ideologies and leaders. Some left-wing individuals or organizations may not always agree with his aspirations for a political revolution and his distrust of conventional political structures, his proposals for a political revolution, and mistrust of established institutions. Oh, I see why people are talking about that. Regarding economic beliefs, many left-wing issues are echoed by Brand's outspoken stance against wealth inequality and economic imbalances. When it comes to wealth disparity, Russell has the right intentions, but the devil is in the details. His ideas are being scoffed at by some lefties who believe them to be too radical. You are aware of how things are. There is no denying that Russell Brand's personality and humorous approach are divisive. His candor and willingness to question accepted conventions could irritate certain lefties or cause differences regarding strategy and communication. Even the supporters are disputing these claims. Where were these outrageous accusations against Russell Brand? One of them questioned, before he rebelled against the status quo. When Elon Musk purchased Twitter and pledged to uphold free expression, they treated him in the same way. Another person asked if it was a coincidence or if there had been some ascension for the truth tellers. Because Tucker Carlson told the truth, they came after him. Elon Musk was targeted because he made it possible for the truth to be stated. They have now turned to #Russell Brand because he is demonstrating to people how to connect with the truth through questioning. Bring power as close as you can to those who will be impacted. Wherever possible, decentralization and localization should be the default. Obviously, this won't result in perfection right away. But have you looked out your window? We are not engaged in a flawless competition. Corruption is our opponent. What do we desire then?